the indoor gardener. My name is Devleena and today I am going to discuss on a very important topic, that is how to revive your plants after you receive them from any online store or you get them shipped from an online seller. So let's get started. Okay, so now that you have received your plants from an online seller, which most of us do nowadays, but what happens unfortunately is that most of the times our plants either die or they come in a very dilapidated state, that is they either appear very droopy or they appear sick, dry, and these are actually very common symptoms with such kind of plants. So I am going to talk you through this topic in 3 parts. So the first part is, if you have received your plant bare root, that is the plant that you have received is not potted. So in that case, first you have to unwrap the plant and check whether there are any yellow leaves. So first and foremost you have to check that. If there are any yellow leaves, you have to check whether the root is rotting. So if you see that the roots are rotting, please remove the yellow leaf first, because it will not help your plant in any way. Rather, the plant will end up investing too much of energy trying to save that particular leaf. The second point to check is whether the root is rotting. So if the root is rotting, it's appearing black, mushy, soft, then make sure that you discard the rotten root. So the third thing that you have to check out for is any damaged leaf. For example, I have this plant here which I received this week only. The plant had some damages, of course, like this particular leaf here. Now this leaf appears to be absolutely fine, but the only problem is it is bending from the side. So it has got damaged in some way. So you have to check for such leaves as well. If there are any leaves which are slightly cosmetically damaged, please let that leaf stay on, because that will actually help the plant to photosynthesize and recover from the stress. Your plant may have been traveling for quite some time now and it must be thirsty also, right? So the first thing that we have to do is remove any kind of medium that the plant came in, whether that may be moss or coco peat or some other medium. Remove that carefully from the roots of the plant and put the plant in a shallow bowl of water, or maybe a cup of water, or whatever is suitable for you. So keep the plant in the water for at least 4 to 5 days. But one thing that you have to be careful is to change the water on a daily basis. I'll repeat again, on a daily basis, because changing the water on a daily basis will keep it fresh and will prevent the roots from rotting further. Okay? Please do not repot your plant immediately after receiving, because your plant is already quite stressed out due to traveling and you don't want to exert more stress on it by repotting, right? So now we come to the second scenario, which is you have received your plant well potted within a pot, right? So in that case, you have to first check the soil. Is the soil appearing very dry? It may happen because the plant may have been traveling for quite some time. It may have absorbed all the water. So in that case, take some water in a shallow pot or maybe a tray, anywhere you feel like. After that, put the plant on the tray or the plate wherever you are taking the water, and let the plant absorb the water from downwards. Why do we do this downward watering in this case? Because the plant may have been dehydrated for quite some time, and if you put water directly on it, then you will rather make the plant more stressed out, and you may even accidentally overwater it. So once you have watered the plant thoroughly, remove it from the water and keep it in a shaded area. Now we come to the third scenario, which is you have received the plant in a pot, but the soil appears to be extremely wet. It's almost soggy. So in that situation, leave the plant aside in a shaded area again and do not water it for at least a few days, maybe 2 to 3 days or even up to a week if it requires, depending on how the plant is absorbing the water that is already available in the soil. After your plant has absorbed all the remaining water that it had in the soil, check the soil from top by inserting your finger or maybe a skewer. So now in all the three situations, if your plant has regained some strength, if it has come back to sort of life after moving away from that stage of stress, now you can select some good potting mix. You can prepare it at home or you can purchase it from your nearby nursery or maybe online, and in a good potting mix you can repot the plant after 4 to 5 days or a week. But let me stress this again for you. Please, in any kind of situation, please do not repot the plant immediately after receiving it. Even if it appears completely alright, perfect, please do not repot it immediately, because the kind of situation that it may have been coming from may be completely different from the environment in your house. So even plants need some time to adapt to the new environment, like us humans. So let the plant stay and get accustomed to the new environment for a couple of days, maybe a week or maybe even a little longer, and then you can repot it. So that was all for today's video. If you think that this video has helped you in some way or the other, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any similar tips that you can share with us, please do so in the comment section. Thanks everyone for joining me today. See you later. Bye.